thanks for joining us tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about cruise mistakes we've made.
We've made mistakes?
I probably made more than you, but we've made mistakes together, and there's some mistakes we've avoided we'll talk about too, and we want you put in the comments, put in the chat, any mistakes that you've experienced, cruise mistakes that have happened to you. We want to hear about those too.
Definitely.
That's right. So welcome. Glad to see people showing up, and we're happy to be doing another live here on Monday night.
Yes. This will be our second one.
That's what?
Isn't our second
this is
one?
Like our fourth one.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
Yes, and Jen is here.
Hi, Jen.
Yeah, we know her from Instagram too. Hi, good vibes. Yes, it's good to have you in the house. It's good to see you here. Hope you can hear us okay. We've been trying to improve our sound after last time.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Hopefully we sound okay. Hopefully you can hear us. Hopefully you can see us, and all is good. Jen, welcome. Good to have you here. We've got Dale is here. Dale, it's good to see you. Hi, Dale. Welcome to the show. I hope you have some ideas to share with us when we talk about cruise mistakes. We certainly have a lot to share with cruise mistakes. We've made a bunch. So,
I don't think we've made that much.
Oh boy,
not a bunch.
Oh boy, the things that you've forgotten. Oh, Kelly's here. Our friend from the north.
Yay!
Kelly from up north. It's good to see you here. Yeah, well, okay. You haven't made that many cruise boo-boos. Well, maybe you can laugh at our boo-boos, because we certainly have made them, even if you even if Joy doesn't remember some of them. Good, Jen. Thanks for letting us know the sound is okay.
We want to help you not make our mistakes.
Yeah, learn from our mistakes. Yeah. And Josh is here, our friend from Australia. It's good to see you, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
How are you doing?
It must be early morning there.
Yeah. What time is it? Where you are, Josh? Let us know. I'm waiting like he's going to instantly say, Josh, I can't hear you. There's a bad connection. Oh boy. Yeah, this is the old timer. I'm expecting technology to work differently than it really does.
You don't have gray hair though.
Dale is Mr. Jen. There you go. Okay, I'm putting it together. Little slow, just like not understanding how technology works.
You do great. You do better than I would.
Oh well, I don't know about that. We got Cruisers here. Great to see you guys here. Awesome. Another great channel that we love watching. Good to have you in the house.
In the house.
What's that? Is
I'm
that
just
like a throwback?
I don't know. I'm
in
just
the
being
house.
excited.
All right.
In the house.
Your husband's mowing the lawn. Well, that doesn't sound as fun as watching an awesome YouTube show like this.
Yeah.
But hey,
tell
at least
him to
the work's
come
getting done.
inside to watch our show live.
No, she wants the lawn. The lawn needs to be mowed.
I don't know what she means by that. Sorry.
The lawn it's 9:00 in the morning tomorrow.
Oh.
Josh, we went through this last time. Josh is in the future. So no spoilers, Josh. We want to be surprised. Don't let us know what happens on Tuesday. So we don't know yet. And Daniel Fields is here. Daniel, good to see you. Good to have you see us.
Who's Dana?
Daniel. You're wearing your glasses.
I am.
See, I don't know how to. I wish there was a way I could make these comments appear bigger on the screen for you so you could see them. Maybe we need a bigger computer to look at.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or a magnifying glass.
And look, and here we've got Jenner's Patters Cruising. Wow. Another channel that we enjoy watching. Welcome to the house.
Hi.
Welcome. What did you say before?
Whoop whoop. Welcome.
What are you doing?
It's a party.
Well, welcome in the house. I think you said something like that. So let's see here. We've got, who else? Have we missed anybody?
We have a cruise party going on.
We do. Glad to have everybody here. So I don't know did anybody else hear the news? I was just telling Joy before we came on that the big news that I had heard today was about Norwegian. And yes, I don't know if that's good on audio, but we'll hear some response back on that. But did you guys hear the news about that Norwegian was making a proposal to start cruising in July? July 4th specifically.
Oh, say more.
Yeah, well, okay.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I think it was Ben and David's that I saw at lunchtime, that they had put up a video about how Norwegian has proposed to the CDC that they begin cruising in July, around July 4th, with everybody required to be vaccinated and several other protocols.
Please, CDC, let us go cruising.
Yes, wouldn't that be nice? Well, it remains to be seen what the CDC says. I can't be too optimistic because the CDC has disappointed us time and time again.
Yeah.
But
I'll have been fully vaccinated by July.
Yeah. And yep. Oh, you got your vaccines? You got the full dosage?
You got two and two.
Yep, Jen, you got your second on Friday. Yeah, I'm getting my first one tomorrow. You've got your first one.
I have my first one at the end of March.
Well, yeah, so you should get your second one pretty soon.
My second one's like around the 20th.
Okay, well that's good. So it's up. Yeah, let's go through our whole calendar here. So it's encouraging.
Yes.
Now, the one thing that Ben and David pointed out, and there's other people putting up. Wait a minute.
I'm just waving at J&J.
Well, that's Johnson. That's Johnson and Johnson.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what they're referring to. That's Dale. Correct us if you're wrong, but you're saying you were responding to our question earlier. You got the Johnson and Johnson, so it's just one dose and you're done.
I was waving to Dale. Hi, Dale.
Hi, Dale. She's going to refer to you as J and J now. I don't know if that's what.
No.
Well, okay. Jen has a J, and that works for Jen. It's J and J. So hey, there you go. Wow, I am rambling. So anyway, so hopefully Norwegian is going to do just like Royal Caribbean kind of tried to get things going, and they're going to the Bahamas to get cruises started, but Norwegian's taking another approach. But we're feeling hopeful.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to go with. I know you do.
I want to go.
So, before we continue, we were gonna go and we're gonna talk about the cruise mistakes. That's our main topic for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to let you know what we have planned for next week. Because next week we're very excited. We have a lot of ideas for guests we want to have on. But next week, for any of you that missed it, we had Arthur from Arthur's Cruises on a couple weeks ago now. But next week, we're going to have on another couple that we really enjoy, or a couple that we enjoy. Next week, we're going to have on Holly and Andrew.
Yay!
Holly and Andrew have a great travel channel that we've been following for a while. And they were on Mariner of the Seas about a month after we were. And they were on one of the last sailings before everything got shut down.
Yeah.
And they have a great channel that I think you guys will enjoy hearing about if you're not familiar with them yet. But Holly and Andrew, next week, Monday at 7:00. We hope you tune in to check that out. We're really looking forward to having them on the show.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Yep. So, you're going. So Cruisers is going out of Bermuda, Royal Caribbean. So, which ship is that? I know they've got. It's not. Is it Adventure of the Seas that's going to be down in the Bahamas? I'm not sure which one's doing Bermuda.
Wasn't one of our cruises going to Bermuda?
Yeah, that's.
That was canceled.
It was canceled. Yes,
Yeah.
That was going to be in September. But yeah, Bermuda. Hopefully, that's when we'll do one of these days.
Yeah.
So Adventure of the Seas is for the Bermuda cruise. That sounds awesome.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Awesome. Oh man. We'll get to Bermuda one of these times.
Someday.
Yes, indeed.
It's on our someday list, or my someday list.
So I'm not going with you, maybe. Huh?
No, of course you're going with.
On my someday list, I'm gonna go take a cruise by myself. No.
Unless it's a girls' trip.
Okay, I'm getting ideas because there's a guys trip concept out there too. I might leave you behind.
You left me behind on your guys trips.
Not on a cruise.
Not on a cruise though.
That's a whole different story. So, enough about that. Let's talk about the cruise mistakes we've made.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, Bahamas. Okay. Yep. Bahamas, Bermuda. Hey, I'd take a cruise from the Outer Banks to Charleston, South Carolina, or something. I mean, at this point, I'd get on a cruise ship and have the cruise experience, even if it sat in port. Just miss that so much.
Yeah, or I'd cruise to the middle of the ocean and back.
That's what we did. That's what we did on our Carnival Sunshine cruise during Hurricane Dorian.
Yeah, it was fun.
We had our ports canceled twice, so we had nowhere to go. It was a cruise to nowhere.
Yep.
So,
but we all had fun.
Yep. Oh, girls cruise. Oh, yeah, a girls cruise to Alaska. Don't get any ideas. Kelly, whose side are you on? You're not.
Kelly,
you're not helping. That's a terrible idea.
Alaska is so awesome.
You're busy that day. So, but that's an idea. You get your girlfriends together and go on a cruise and not take me with you. And I just would say that just expect some revenge, and I would be planning a guys cruise because that's only fair, right?
I suppose.
So let's.
Know.
No, she's sorry. Well, thanks, Kelly. I appreciate that. But Alaska, if you're going to do a cruise of any kind,
go to Alaska.
Alaska is awesome.
Go to Alaska.
And I know Kelly, I know you know a lot about Princess. Have you done is that your
go-to ship?
Well, her cruise line. I know she has a lot of experience with Princess. Have you gone to Alaska on Princess or on another cruise line? And we're getting into the discussions again. We're supposed to.
We're supposed to talk about mistakes.
Well, I made a mistake by not proceeding. I'm getting engaged with discussion here.
You're going down a rabbit hole.
I am.
of other conversation.
Alaska is awesome. Yeah, that's one of the cruises we really want to do again.
We would do that in a heartbeat.
Holland America. Yeah, Holland America. We saw a lot of, when we did Alaska, we were on Norwegian, but we saw a lot of Princess and Holland America. It seems like both those cruise lines are very, very experienced at doing Alaska on Princess twice. I thought we had talked about that before. So Kelly's been to Alaska on Princess twice.
What was the main, what was our main, or one of our big mistakes when we went to Alaska?
Well, I think, I don't know if it's on here. Let's get to it. Hold that thought. Let's go ahead and you're trying to get me back on target, aren't you?
Exactly.
My husband is wandering. Cruise mistakes. So for anyone watching this later that is going, well, why are these lives so long? Well, you just found out why, because some people talk a lot. I'm not going to say who, but I think cruise mistakes, ones we've made and some others that we've avoided. So put in the comments or the chat any mistakes if you've also made them, or if you have any other ideas, we want to hear them. But let's get started with cruise mistakes. So we're going to start off, we're going to talk about cruise mistakes we've made before we even get on the cruise ship. Planning cruises.
That's all you.
Pre-cruise planning mistakes. Oh, really?
You're the one who does the planning.
Well, we talk it through. It's not quite totally me. So getting the wrong cruise, wrong cruise ship, wrong itinerary. And I'm wondering if we ask Kelly,
how is that
overpacking,
possible?
we're getting to that. That's on the list. Yes. But Kelly, I bet Kelly has an idea how you could avoid getting the wrong cruise ship or the wrong itinerary.
How is that possible?
What do you mean?
You get a wrong cruise
ship?
No.
You select the wrong cruise. You get on a cruise with a bunch of spring break partiers and you want a mellow, relaxing cruise.
Yeah.
Or you get a cruise that goes to ports that you won't really enjoy. You need a professional to help you.
Dun, dun.
That's what I would suggest.
Here comes Kelly to the rescue.
Well, you're kind of raining on her parade, but yeah, I think she might be able to help.
Kelly's not paying us or anything. Neither is Alaska. Is paying.
The state of Alaska is not paying us.
Yeah, to
29. Yes, I don't know how do you guys go on so many cruises? That's crazy. I saw you've got. I think you said you have 7 booked right now.
Wow.
Or was it 7 canceled so far? I forget which it was. If 7 is the number that's sticking to my mind. Yep. Talk to your friendly neighborhood travel agent. Yep. I knew Kelly would know that's a good idea. Wow.
So
I think she's got some experience.
Right. I bet with being a travel agent, you have a lot more time to go on cruises.
Well,
maybe I should become one.
Well, yeah, and you I think you get to have some kind of inside experiences, like going on the ships and checking them out and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So let's see what Dale's saying here. Carnival Splendor Memorial Day to Mexico. First cruise, LOL. And it was a nightmare. Oh, wow. Wow, that's something we got to hear about. So I'm guessing
make that one a good topic, nightmares.
Well, okay. Well, we could do that maybe for a Halloween episode or something. So I'm guessing that, Dale, you're referring to a Mexican cruise during a time when a lot of kids and teenagers, college students and so forth are out.
Spring break or summer break.
That's what I think he's referring to.
Oh, yeah.
9 cruises booked and over 9 canceled. Okay, so I was off. My 7 is probably just out of date because I swear it was 7.1.9. That's a shame.
Yeah. How
Mexico,
many cruise ships? Yeah. How many cruise ships have we been canceled on? We haven't been canceled on, but the ships have been canceled on us.
Yeah, it wasn't personal. We've had 3 canceled. Had 3 canceled. Why? It's not a mistake.
No.
Drug-sniffing dogs were brought on board the Carnival Splendor. Oh, man. Many passengers arrested. Oh, boy. Yeah, we kind of get into that. Wow, I feel like some of our mistakes are not nearly as bad now.
No.
So getting the wrong ship.
We don't do anything illegal.
Right. Booking the wrong cruise, the wrong itinerary, that is a mistake. The wrong cruise cabin. I think that's maybe what you're alluding to when you talked about Alaska. For our one and only Alaskan cruise so far, we booked an interior room. Nothing wrong with saving money and getting an interior room, but here's a tip if you've never cruised Alaska. There's a lot to see outside those windows.
Yeah.
And the balcony views are amazing.
Yeah.
When you're not out in the middle of the ocean like you are on a lot of cruises.
Right.
So next time we go to Alaska, we're going to get an inside cabin. No.
We slept really well in the inside cabin because it was really dark.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it would be nice to have seen some of the beautiful scenery instead of having to be up at the poolside bar to watch.
It has this good, it has bad. You were able to get a drink.
Yeah.
Get your drink on.
Why? Okay, so Kelly's bringing this is now. See, we're getting into hot topics now. So why is it Carnival? Why is it on Carnival ships? Now, I think we could probably come up with some reasons. They tend to have some less expensive cruises, but there are some that are competitive with them. So yeah, that's an interesting point. I think some ships that have open bars and sail with a lot of spring breakers, younger people that want to drink a lot, probably have it happen a lot.
If you're not into that kind of party scene.
Yeah. And we're not. I don't think I ever was, but maybe back in the days you were. But
I like to go dancing, sometimes on tables.
Yeah. Okay. What the heck are you?
Remember?
Okay. I didn't set this episode to be 18 plus. So be careful what you're saying. Oh my!
It was very PG.
We gotta talk. So Kelly says balconies on Glacier Day is worth every bit of extra money. Yeah,
exactly.
I bet. And
I totally agree with you.
The mistake I made when it came to seeing, was it Mendenhall Glacier that we saw?
Yeah.
The day that was supposed to happen, and it's not totally a mistake because it's not really set up time-wise on the schedule, at least wasn't for our cruise, but I booked our dinner at the French specialty restaurant at the same time as we were just getting to the glacier. And so we were all enjoying it, seeing the little pieces of permafrost floating in the ocean, little mini glaciers, little icebergs, as I think you would call them. And then we were getting close to the glacier, and I saw it, and I knew I had to go get our table. So I got the table, and you guys followed shortly behind. But yeah, that's kind of unavoidable. Inside on Panama Canal. You had an inside cabin, and they opened the front deck on our same deck. Wow,
that's awesome.
That's an unusual setup. That's pretty cool.
That'd be great to see the locks working.
The Panama Canal, that would be cool.
Well, to see, doesn't it go up and down with the water?
Yeah, that's how Lux work. We gotta watch the Smithsonian Channel again. We'll go through that. I've been through the locks in Washington with my dad. I can't remember the name of the block. It starts with a B, but
So
the lock's there.
one of our
The water
mistakes
goes up
have
and down.
been wrong cruise cabin.
You can't see what Jen said. Can you? Yeah, okay.
There's one picture.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have it. Yes. Okay, so we got to move on. Wrong
Yes.
cruise cabin. Also, on our very first cruise, our honeymoon cruise, I chose the room. I chose a balcony for our honeymoon cruise because I wanted us to have a nice room. And unfortunately, I chose a room directly under the pool deck, the Lido deck.
Yeah.
So there wasn't noise from above. You didn't really, even on the balcony, I didn't hear much noise. But in the morning, especially, you would hear all the chairs being moved around, being stored at night, and then moved around during the day. So it was this vibrating noise. That was not good. And I think somebody already mentioned this, but what is another cruise mistake? You need to mention one, right?
Right.
I don't want to sound like I'm making all the mistakes.
One of mine is overpacking. So I tell myself I'm not going to overpack, and then I think, I need something for when it's cold, when I'm going to a pool, and I just think of all these scenarios that I want clothes for, and I just have to remember, pack once and then take everything, half of it out, and just go with that half.
Well, be careful which half you take out, because the next one on our list is you could run into that problem. What's another mistake you can make that's the opposite?
Not packing necessities.
Yeah.
And what we mean by necessity is like cold medicine, headache medicine, motion sickness medicine, just your medicine too.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you might be able to find some of it on the ship or in port, but you'll probably pay a lot of money for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you'll pay lots of money.
Yeah. Wrong stateroom location. That is right. Obviously the other example was wrong type of stateroom. So that sounds like a travel professional that understands. It sounds like is that the lingo? Wrong stateroom location. I don't know. Wrong room. That's what I'd say. A packable rain jacket. We took them. They don't take up much room. We got the ones that folded up to about the size of, I don't know, George Costanza's wallet. If you guys have seen Seinfeld, it's pretty big for a wallet, but about as big as a Big Mac. You can fold it up, and it's a full-size poncho. And we got one for each of us for our Alaskan cruise. But believe it or not,
we never used it.
Yeah, Alaska in May, we didn't need our rain jackets once.
So if you pack it, you won't need to use it. No, just kidding.
Yeah, if you don't pack it, you'll need it. Yeah, that's for sure.
Like when we went to Disney World. Was it
Disney
World?
It was at Epcot. It started pouring down rain about halfway through the countries.
Poncho.
Yes, and you have a Mickey poncho still from it.
Yeah.
Yes. So. Yeah, $19 for Tylenol. That's just one tablet. Yeah, it's
no.
Hey, Dale said it. I didn't say it.
Dale,
I added the.
So.
I editorialized the one tablet part, but booking a ship right out of dry dock. Oh yes.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, the pools were drained. There was no live entertainment. Why would they not have live entertainment after dry dock?
You would think that they'd have everything ready.
See, now I've heard that booking a maiden voyage, or even one of the very first voyages on a new cruise ship can be a problem because they're still working out the trouble. But after a dry dock, I could see they're still working things out. I don't know why they wouldn't have entertainment. And you think they get the pools finished up and filled before they leave dry dock.
So when do they fill the pools then?
I don't know. That's not good. Don't do a cruise right after dry dock.
I guess not.
Wow. Toothpaste on the Mariner. Fortunately, when we were on the Mariner of the Seas, we didn't need to buy toothpaste because it was $7 for one of those little tiny airport carry-on size toothpaste for $7. Yep. And I think the last tube of toothpaste I bought on sale for like $2. And it was like, Crest or whatever. It wasn't like some store brand or something.
I like AIM.
Yeah, you're an AIM girl. Okay. Are we getting paid by AIM?
No.
Okay. All right. So let's see. What else we got here? Just before dry dock, see, that's what I've wondered about too, because you see the ships that were heading into dry dock, like we were supposed to be on Carnival Radiance, and that got canceled because they didn't even get barely started on it before everything shut down. But seeing the condition of the Victory, which was to become the Radiance, before, I was thinking, ugh. It's like you're not going to put a lot of money into a ship right before dry dock, and you're going to kind of let things slide. I'm guessing that's what you're referring to.
So what other
Kelly?
Packing mistakes, or what other
Well,
mistakes?
it's not just packing mistakes. We've also made the mistake, and only once that I can think of not making reservations for your cruise. And I don't mean not booking a cruise. I'm talking about reservations for specialty dining, for shows. Some of these newer, bigger ships have you have to book your shows ahead of time, or activities like when we went to Coco Cay. You want to book those things ahead of time, or they might be sold out.
Right, like a beach experience or the water slides.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yep. So I'm going to get a screenshot of this one. Anybody else wants to say that I'm correct or I'm right, I am going to take screenshots of this and save those. I'm going to get them put up around the house here so Joy can see that. So thanks.
You're right a lot most of the time.
Let's move on. What else? What is another mistake you can make in planning your cruise?
We did this one in Alaska.
In Alaska again. Oh boy.
We booked way too many excursions. So we were exhausted.
Yeah, that can be a problem too. And I think I have to take most of the blame for that. Excuse me, I'll take a drink of water here. Say something.
So yeah, we were with our family and we wanted to see everything and do everything in Alaska. Yeah,
and we had it was a 7-night cruise, and there was 4 port stops, and I was getting so excited, and we were getting excited talking about the different excursions and stuff that we booked something for every port. And by the time we got to our last night,
to Canada.
Well, don't say that. Kelly's going to be offended.
No, it's nothing against Canada, but we were so exhausted.
It was the last one. We were going to go to Bouchard Gardens.
Yeah.
And we just ended up
beautiful.
Staying on the ship.
We were so tired.
So don't book too many cruise excursions or activities.
Or find the one activity that is your must-have.
That's right.
And then keep another port day as a free day to walk around and be a tourist.
Yeah. Plan yourself some downtime, even if it's in the ports. Maybe might be ports you want to stay on the ship. We've done that a couple times before.
Sometimes it's fun to play tourist, even when you are a real tourist.
Well, yeah, and coming up with the rules coming up, you may not be able to go off and wander on your own. You might have to take a cruise line run excursion, sponsored excursion. So that might be a little different, but it's
what?
Bouchard Gardens. See, we didn't go there, so we didn't learn how to say it right. We didn't even get to that point. We just read it on our tickets in our cabin.
Bouchard? Like boo?
Bouchard. Bouchard.
It must be a French thing.
Hopefully I'm saying it right this time. Oh boy.
We're sorry.
Anyway,
Canada, we're sorry we were pronouncing it wrong.
Okay. What? So we're making mistakes tonight as we go through. Let's move on to embarkation day. We talked about mistakes ahead of time. Let's talk about what happens on embarkation day. One mistake you can make is you can get to the port too early. Yes. And we've never had this happen to us, and we have gotten there a little earlier than they say to. But I've heard, and maybe someone can verify if this is true or not, but I've heard that they will actually send you away.
What?
And not let you, not even let you go through the check-in and everything, and even sit there and wait.
That's terrible.
They'll send you away if it's too early.
Then what if you're being sent away and then you come back and you miss your ship because you left and then you came back?
Well, that would be terrible.
I know.
Oh. Well, so the flip side of that is getting the port too late.
Exactly.
And you kind of just covered that. Even if you don't come too early and you get to the port too late, then getting there too late is not good because the ship might be gone, right?
Yeah, you see, that's my ship.
Yes.
Oh, ship.
Yeah, Jen. Okay, so Jen says they won't send you away. They just make you wait in some annex. I don't want to be annexed. Man, that doesn't sound good. So you've got the special lobby or lounge for the people that have suites, and you've got the main waiting area, and then you've got the annex for cruise day fun because they were too early. That doesn't sound good.
Cruise day fun, you're annex, man.
like the dungeon.
Dun,
So
dun,
what's
dun.
another mistake you can make on cruise on embarkation day?
Thank God we have never done this, but flying or driving on the same day you leave.
Yeah, you don't want to, especially if you're flying, like when we used to live in Minnesota, flying in, especially during a winter, January
During
cruise,
January.
that can be really risky.
Yeah.
Also, if you have to drive a long distance to get to cruise port, obviously, if it's an hour or two away, that may not be a big deal to drive in that morning. But if you're coming from a couple
Sudden
states away,
snowstorm or sudden weather change.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Not good. So I agree. That's a good one.
yeah.
Let's see. What else do we have?
I agree with that.
Okay. You want to do this one?
Why?
Yeah, I think this one's more up your alley.
I've never done this.
Yeah.
Trying to sneak items on board.
Trying to hide your little your
Baileys.
alcohol, your
Baileys
what
Irish
else?
cream.
What else? What other kind of contraband? Any kind of things you're not supposed to have on board. Curling irons.
Extension cords. Some certain extension cord kind of things.
Yeah, there's a whole list of things. If you look before you go on your cruise, you don't want to take any of those
flat irons to flat your hair.
Hair flatteners, yeah, whatever you call it.
I never use them, so I don't know.
Well, I use them only once in a while.
Curling irons.
Bemidji. So Bemidji is, we know how to say Bemidji because we lived in Minnesota.
I lived in Minnesota most of my life.
Well, I lived there.
Well, you've lived there, but not as much as me.
Okay. It's not a contest.
It's a contest and I won.
Oh, wow. So Bemidji. So do you live in Bemidji now, or is that's where you're originally from?
I lived in Minneapolis, or we've lived in Minneapolis.
Okay. That you arrived in San Pedro about noon the day before sailing. If it had been the same day, we would have been fine. But one couple's plane was delayed. Yeah, arrived at 7 p.m. That's the thing, especially flying. I think driving, it's more predictable. Obviously, you could run into traffic or some other, could have a breakdown or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe your car could have a breakdown. You could have a breakdown yourself too, I guess. But flying, it's so unpredictable, especially in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
Power strips. Okay, Fort Lauderdale won't take them, but mine will. Yeah, that's the thing we found with the power strips. And I think it's more the surge protector types, but there seems to be some inconsistency when it comes to those particular items. We also have these little battery-powered fans that, especially when we have inside cabin came in really handy, we put it on the bed next to us.
Because I'm always so hot.
We've heard of those getting taken away from people too, because I guess they assume, because you can plug it in. It does have a cord you can plug in. They assume it's a prohibited item, but
or some people try to bring on like water but they put it in the wrong type of carry-on, or pop or soda.
Yep. People try to sneak on all kinds of crazy stuff, just like you see in the airports.
Yeah.
Okay, so originally from Bemidji, and now you live in just north of Orlando. Nice.
Wow.
So you're in a perfect spot for somebody who likes to go on cruises. No wonder you get to go on so many cruises.
Someday we want to move to Orlando or Florida.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay. Breaking news.
So we can go to cruising more.
Oh. Well, I'm glad I wore my Mickey shirt tonight, or one of my Mickey shirts. And we need to welcome into the chat. We've got Spiker's Crazy Adventures here. Good to have you on board. We're talking about our cruise mistakes. Be sure to jump in and let us know if you've made any. We have made a bunch. We're barely started here. We got a lot more to list off here. Yeah.
What other cruise mistakes have we not done?
Well, have we not done? Well, we haven't done packing your passport or your cruise documents in your check bag.
Oh, yeah.
You hand them off at the curb. You give them to the guy. Hopefully, you give him a little tip or whatever, and you go on inside with your backpack or whatever you're going to carry on board the ship.
Yeah, that's
and
no good.
You can't get on because you don't have your passport. You don't have your cruise documents. You don't have any of that stuff. Don't get separated from your passport and your cruise documents, especially your passport on your embarkation day, because that could be big trouble.
Yeah, remember that couple ahead of us that didn't they packed it in their carry-on.
Yeah, we're not saying that you can't. You can get it back. They can go retrieve it for you, but you're going to be waiting for a while. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Florida. Yeah, it's funny how a lot of these people that are really into cruising live in Florida. Huh. Seems to be a connection there. And we moved from Minnesota to Charlotte. I guess we just should have taken that ride a little further.
Yeah.
It would be a lot closer to these cruises because we still have to drive.
Florida has to deal with all those hurricanes. Do they have hurricanes?
North Carolina has hurricanes too.
But we're so far inland that we don't get the effects of hurricanes.
Well, Florida has inland areas too. It's not all coastline, man.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
So an hour from Tampa. Oh, not far from Port Canaveral. Yes. Our next episode we have coming up this Sunday at 9:00 Eastern time is our Port Canaveral episode. Tips about Port Canaveral, why we love cruising out of Port Canaveral. That's our favorite.
Port Canaveral is the best.
We were scheduled to cruise out of Tampa, but that's one of our cruises that got canceled. So we'll probably cruise out of Tampa one of these times too. So we've got a lot of Florida people in here, it looks like. So
what's up, Florida?
Yes. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, Lakeland, Florida. I was just watching something about Lakeland. That's actually a city I thought would be a good place for us to move to. Do you like living in Lakeland? Yeah. I'll I watched something on YouTube. Go figure. Yes. So Lakeland seems like a good place to live, kind of between Tampa and Orlando. But you know what? I think we're getting off topic here. We're supposed to be. They can talk about all that stuff. That's great, but we should be talking about our mistakes.
So packing your passport or your cruise documents in your check bag, don't do
it.
Yeah.
Failing to consider alternate lunch options. Okay, this isn't like a crucial mistake. This isn't like. This is more of like a lack of experience mistake.
Yeah.
Most of the people that are watching here live tonight, I don't think they've probably been cruising enough so that they know most cruise ships, there's more than just the buffet when you get on that first day.
You can always tell the newbies because they stack everything on. They go to the buffet and they stack piles of food on their plate.
Maybe they're
like
just
this high.
Well, maybe they're just hungry, and hey, no judgment here. If you're really hungry and you like buffets, go for it. But I'm just saying, there's other options. Some like our last cruise on Mariner of the Seas, we signed up for the key, so we had that special key lunch in the MDR, and you go on Carnival. You can go to Guy's Burger Joint. That's what we usually do on Carnival. Not saying there won't be a line there, but it's probably quicker and less crowded than.
I found out with filet mignon. Filet mignon. How do you say it?
Filet mignon. Yes.
Filet mignon is. I always thought it was a fish, so I always said no.
Yeah. Port Canaveral was awesome. Yeah, Joy thought anything with filet in the name was
some sort of fish.
Some sort of fish. Okay, so Alfredo's Pizza. So I don't know if you remember, that was on one of our trivia. That was one of our trivia questions. We have not been on Princess yet. We're hopefully going to do that soon.
Is the one that we're going on in December, is that Princess or MSC?
That's MSC.
Okay.
Hopefully we do Princess soon. We wanted to do that for a while.
Yes.
17.
Isn't Princess the love boat?
Yes, I like to think of it as a love boat.
Yes.
That is a cruise line that was used for the television series. Yes. Yes, that was
me
also one of
watch.
our trivia questions.
Yeah.
You need to rewatch our trivia. Yes. Yeah. In the buffet with all of their bags and their kids and whatever else all over the place and on the table and just hanging out, waiting for the room to be ready. And hey, at least they had their passport with them, right? Because they didn't they didn't check any bags. Oof. I guess that's not the way we like to travel. So alternate lunch options, that is definitely something to consider. Let's talk about. Let's go beyond embarkation day. Let's talk about just being on board in general. What are some other mistakes you can make? You took your glasses off. Can you see this at all?
I can see it. Yeah. Yes, I can't see the little comments.
You just need to see that up there on the teleprompter.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay. What's the next mistake? Just spontaneously off the top of your head. What would that be?
Trying to do too many activities.
Yes. Kind of like what we said about too many port excursions, trying to book too many things in port.
Yeah.
Getting out that daily calendar or on your app on your phone and picking out something to do every minute of every hour. And we've done that. We've been double booked on some things.
We've totally missed each other sometimes.
And
That's no good.
We think it's a mistake to not have some downtime, to leave some spots here and there
Yep.
where you just plan to kind of take it easy and relax and enjoy yourself.
Chill out.
That's right. Showing up late for the muster drill. Yeah, that can be a problem, and you don't want to have to. We have not ever done that. We haven't had to go through the special repeat muster drill or whatever that is they make you do.
That might be better though, because then you're not crammed together.
Jen's saying it's not a good idea.
Oh, okay, Jen.
Let's welcome in MGM Family Travel.
Yay! Hi.
So in case anybody doesn't know this, I guess a lot of people don't know this, but we were inspired in large part to start doing our lives because of MGM Family Travel. We've been asked a few times. The last time we were asked to do a live, unfortunately, because somebody's work schedule.
Oh my!
Yes, you work second shift.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the right nights off to be able to watch at least live or appear on other channels shows. But MGM Family Travel is nice enough to invite us, and unfortunately, Tuesday nights when they do their great lives, be sure to check them out if anybody here hasn't seen them. I'm sure most of you have, but if anybody watching this now or in the future, check out MGM Family Travel. They've got some great live episodes.
Yeah.
So what's our next mistake? Too many activities. That's a good one.
Yep.
Overindulging. I've made that mistake before. Not necessarily just on a cruise.
I've done that.
Yes.
Overindulging in drinks.
Do. Too many drinks or too much food. So too many drinks and you start to just feel crummy for the rest of the day or the next day.
Or you get so sleepy from all the drinks you've had.
Well, not everybody gets that way. But if anybody is familiar with the concept of a hangover or just doesn't feel good after drinking too much, or gets disowned by the family in the middle of the Caribbean Sea because they are acting up after drinking too much on their cruise, don't do it. And also, I think there's one cruise where I maybe overdid it, not because I felt really bad the next day as far as that goes. It just started feeling like, just like, it wasn't enjoyable.
Or you're trying to hit every bar on the ship.
That's what I was doing. Why did you? So we were on Norwegian and we had the open bar thing, and I thought I'm going to hit every bar. And I think I tried to do it all that one day, and it wasn't as enjoyable as doing it at my own pace. So
I tried to try every drink of the day.
Yeah, that's more sane. One drink a day. Yes. Yeah. MGM Family Travels. Thank you. But
I found my favorite drink on Norwegian, so I would start with that at 9 a.m.
Yep. Okay.
Not that I'm a lush or anything. It's just I'm on vacation.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another mistake.
What's
I don't
that?
think have we made this mistake on a cruise ship?
What's the mistake?
Staying out in the sun on the deck too long. I've definitely gotten the sunburns.
Nope.
The worst sunburn I've ever gotten, it was a Texas sunburn, and it was a cloudy day. And so anybody experienced with sunburns may know that those cloudy days you can have a false sense of security.
Cloudy days are dangerous.
Yeah.
I think I only had one really bad sunburn, and that's when I was in Spain, I think.
Wow.
Long time ago, before I met him.
Yes, I have not been to Spain. When I was in Berlin, Germany, it was cloudy every day. I didn't get a sunburn at all. You're in Spain on the beach, enjoying yourself in the sun. So around the world, that's going to doing all the bars on the ship. Well,
is that what it's called?
That's what MGM Travel says.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
See, that's what you were trying to do.
I guess I didn't even know what it was called, and I was trying to do that.
Or try to drink your alcohol allotment,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you buy a drink package and you feel like, I got to make this drink package worth my money.
That's right.
That's
right. And let's welcome Tyler Show. It's good to see you here, man.
Hey, Tyler.
Nice to have you back in one of our lives. We are talking about our mistakes. Tyler, if you can think of any cruise mistakes you've made, be sure to jump in and share with us. Anybody else who has
He's
any?
An old pro at this. He's been cruising for so long.
So that doesn't mean he hasn't made any mistakes. Or maybe he can tattle on somebody else who knows who made a mistake. Showing up late for the Asian walk, the hibachi, teppanyaki, where they do the show in front of you.
Yeah, maybe.
get there early or wait an hour.
Oh.
So, are you talking about where you get in line and that you give them the different ingredients that you want them to do, like the Mongolian walk, where they cook it up in the wok? See, here again, I think it's like a two-way conversation where they're going to respond back. Dale, I can't hear you. What's the answer? Oh boy.
What is the answer, Dale?
Well, let's give them a minute to type. See, we don't have to type; we just have to talk. That's why it's a little faster for
We're
us.
sorry, Dale.
Make sure you're dressed appropriately for the dining room if you're going to eat there. That is a good point. Yes. We won't.
I
wasn't going to out him, but yeah, sorry, Aaron.
Oh, you said his name.
So if you go to the specialty restaurant, be sure you have the right shirt on. One restaurant on that whole ship had a rule about you have to have a collared shirt. And of course, I didn't tell him, so I don't know that I really even knew that. I just was lucky I had a collar.
They didn't apply it to women because they just said women can wear dresses.
There's different rules.
Yeah.
Yes. Carnival, the buffet. Okay, the buffet. Yeah, where you go through the line and you give them the vegetables, the meat and stuff. Yeah, and the line gets really long. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, yep. Definitely want to show up there early if you're gonna do that. So overindulging. What other mistakes? You have one?
Being careless with your belongings.
What do you mean by that? This is on the ship we're talking about.
I think like if you are by the pool and you leave your key card next to the lounge chair and you walk away to talk to somebody and you forget where your key card is and someone can grab your key card and go to town on it.
Yep.
But that hasn't happened to me.
That's good. I'm glad it hasn't. I gotta say hello to CA Cruiser. I believe that's how it's pronounced, CA Cruiser. And I guess I don't know. I know I've seen you guys, and I think you've probably seen them too. I know I'm able to watch more lives than you can because of your schedule, but I guess I've never gotten the scoop if it's California, Canada, CA, if it's maybe initials. There's maybe a mystery there for you.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah. MDR and jeans and a t-shirt. Yeah. Even a formal. Yeah. See, and some of these cruise lines are more flexible about what you can wear in the different dining venues, the MDRs or the specialty restaurants, I guess I'm trying to say. Some are more strict.
Or sometimes the shoes that you wear, you can't wear flip-flops. Or you have to wear actual shoes.
Yeah, Dale, that's a good one. Going back to what we said about not knowing your lunch options for embarkation day, because Johnny Rockets, we heard that right before we went on Royal Caribbean. We didn't end up taking advantage of it. It just didn't happen that way. But I don't think a lot of people know that Johnny Rockets has really good breakfast.
Yeah, and I was kicking myself because I wanted to try the hot dog place on Royal Caribbean and totally forgot.
Yeah. Too. All right. Kelly, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in.
Kelly.
We'll talk to you later.
Great to see you or hear you or read you.
That didn't make any sense.
I'm trying to cover all my bases.
Yes. We're glad to have you here. CA Cruiser. I was thinking that's what it meant, but I wasn't sure. And good to know. So it's not everybody on here lives in Florida.
Yeah,
we got
California.
Okay, so another mistake, overspending and making too many impulsive purchases. And remember this, I had two examples. One I mentioned, we actually have a video that we did before where we mentioned like half a dozen cruise mistakes. And of course we realized if you've been keeping track, we have a lot more mistakes than that. But I showed a picture of me at Chichen Itza in Mexico where I bought what appears to have been a child's hat because of these open areas in the hot sun that day.
It was hot.
So I had it's a big man with a little hat, the Chris Farley tribute I was doing that day. And it was not, it was not expensive. I think it was like $5 American, but it definitely was not a hat that made it back to the United States with me.
Yeah.
But another time.
And overexerting yourself on an excursion, if you realize that they grade the excursions as easy, medium, hard, and you accidentally did a hard one.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a mistake. But we're not talking about excursions yet. I guess I got us off track by talking about Mexico.
Yeah.
Yep. And that other big mistake I made was saving a few bucks on a bottle of whiskey and I bought on board, and then I packed it in my suitcase, my checked bag, go on the flight going home, and not only do I have to pay extra for overweight baggage, which more than canceled out the savings on the alcohol, it didn't make it there in one piece. So everything got drenched. Well, I don't know why I thought that would work. That was one of my biggest cruise mistakes. So we got another one. Not knowing the cruise line. MSC is predominantly European. Yes, we've seen that in some of the videos. We're kind of, at least I feel like I'm prepared for that. It seems like the shows and maybe some of the way some things are done, like with the food and stuff, is maybe a little different as far as the what's available.
I wonder if they have the midnight pizza, or if that's just an American thing. I
don't know. If you go by Emma's Cruises did a video on her experience with Costa Cruises, and I don't know if did you see that one? Where she said they open for the meal for a couple hours, then they close down, and there's no food to find anywhere in between or after. So she felt like, and she's a small lady, but she felt like she was going to starve on there. So nothing against Costa, but maybe that's an indicator that what Jen said here is right, that knowing what the cruise line's like, because they do vary.
Yeah.
And a European cruise line is going to be a little different. So overspending and making impulsive purchases. Let's talk. You're already talking import mistakes. I'll say another one for when you go into port. Be sure to take your passport, and there's disagreement on this, so I'll just say that, or a photocopy of your passport when you go off ship in the port, because you don't want to, if God forbid something happens and you get left behind by the ship, or you for whatever reason you don't make it back in time, you need to prove your citizenship. If you don't have your passport, or at least a copy of it, you may have some issues. And I know some people say you should leave your passport locked up in the safe in your room. That's why I say at least take a copy.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really important one too. You mentioned something else before about planning for emergencies in port.
In case you have an emergency or something happens, like when we were on the ship with Dorian,
Hurricane Dorian, yeah.
We were like not thinking of our family because our family didn't even know that we were on a ship.
We were thinking of them. It's just it didn't occur to us. We have never bought, up until that point, we'd never bought the internet plan on the cruise line. We're just like, we'll put our phones in airplane mode, and we'll just use our phones basically for taking photos and for using the app for the planning the day and stuff, the fun times in the case of Carnival.
Right.
And it occurred to us probably later than it should have, that maybe would be worth it to get the internet plan, since we weren't going to any ports now and we're stuck out at sea for 4 days, to get the internet plan just so we could text, email, or whatever, get back to our family around the country and let them know that we're safe, because they were hearing news that made it sound like it's a lot worse than it is, just like happens a lot of times.
My family was so worried.
Yeah. So that was a mistake, but we fixed it.
Always remember to tell somebody in your family group, not if you're going with them, but family, that you're going on a cruise and when you're going to be there, when you're going to be back.
Yeah, that's a good tip. That's to avoid a mistake is to give the contact information for the cruise ship and the dates you're traveling and that sort of thing. The name of the ship,
emergency phone number
to a family member or friend that's back home that's not going to be on the ship. So that's a good one. So let's see what else.
Because you just never know.
Yep. Oh, not knowing if there's going to be bathroom facilities provided or water provided.
Oh yeah. That was us in Mexico.
Yeah, because that was a long bus ride from Progreso to Chichen Itza.
And it was so hot that day.
Yep.
There's no air conditioning in the bus either.
Yep.
It was so hot.
Yep. Not putting your phone on airplane mode, that's a good one. And I kind of alluded to that, but yeah, that's a good one too. You could rack up a huge bill if you don't do that. Now you can what we usually do is we'll put it in airplane mode, and then
Mhm.
we'll put the Wi-Fi on. So it's not roaming the cell phone. You're not getting a cell signal, but you're able to still use the Wi-Fi on board if you purchase it, or at least use the free Wi-Fi that's usually available as far as getting the daily schedule or that sort
Mhm.
of thing. So that's definitely a good one. And
Yep.
you mentioned before, no emergency plan. You also told me before about if you're traveling with a group and you split up like we did with our family in Alaska, we went on 2 different excursions, to have a place to meet up, to have a plan in case.
In case you get all separated
Mhm.
and you find a place before you go on your excursions
Mhm.
and separate, say at such and such time we're going to meet at this store or this
Yep,
restaurant.
that's a good one. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree with that. Lynn, you want to do another one here?
Sure.
What else do you have?
Not if you're going to an excursion, most places will take American money, but
Not all. Yep.
some don't. Or
Mhm.
if it's always good to have like a credit card or
Mhm.
just the right currency.
Right, have the right currency you need for the cruise,
Mm-hmm.
or know what credit cards are accepted. Kind of, it's good to do a little research if you're planning on doing some shopping, or just
Mm-hmm.
in case you have an emergency expense come up.
Yeah.
Speaking of money, when you're in port, being safe with your money while you're in port.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get one of those little wallets that you wear under your clothes or whatever.
Yep.
To protect your money.
Yep.
And avoiding wandering off from the main public areas, the main tourist areas. A lot of people wandering down a dark street or a lonely street
Dun,
in a
dun,
country you don't
dun.
know can be a mistake, I would say. Yes.
If you don't know the country, don't leave the pack.
Right. Yes, this is a really good one too, because I think this one actually happened to us. I don't think we were even on a cruise. One of our credit cards, one of our banks, uh, basically denied a charge. I think it was when we went to Orlando. Even we hadn't even left the country, and our bank thought that it was a fraud because we were suddenly spending money in Orlando at the Winn Dixie there, and
Yeah.
we had just used it, 5 hours before Minneapolis, so they thought something was up. So
So you want to
letting
tell
your
your
banks
credit
know.
cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get your
Let them know. And it's a little different going from Minnesota to Florida. Going out of the country, I think it could be even more a problem if you don't let your bank
because
know.
if you forget
That's a good one.
forget to tell your bank or your financial institution that you'll be out of the country traveling, they
Mhm.
can stop your credit card and you
Yep.
have no money.
Yep, that's a problem. And Dale's mentioning here too, have more than one credit card and have a credit card with no international exchange fee. So there's some credit cards that are more
Oh.
focused towards for the traveling community. So it might be
Oh,
good to have one
yeah.
of those, so
I
you
don't know if
don't
we even have one
get
of
that.
those.
We have one.
Oh,
That's the one we
okay.
try to use the most. So another mistake is being late to the ship or not knowing the ship time, not knowing,
Oh,
because sometimes the local time in the port you're in might not be exactly the same as the time the ship is going by. We haven't
yeah.
experienced that ourselves, but we've heard that can be a problem. We always like to be back at the ship at least an hour before, and you don't want to be late and be a pier runner.
Pier runner.
I thought that's what you're getting ready to say.
I was thinking you don't, when they send you that piece of paper about the times, it's not always the change of time for the season.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay,
Remember?
you're referencing another video watch. Okay,
Yeah.
we're not supposed to be doing inside jokes on live.
Sorry, everyone.
So debarkation day mistakes. We're running over on time here. Packing your debarkation day outfit in the suitcase you left in the corridor the night before. So anyone that has been on cruise, you may not know this, but they generally collect your checked baggage the night before. You put it out in the hall, and you just keep what you need for that night. But don't just keep your pajamas and your toothbrush, because in the morning you probably won't want to wear your pajamas off the ship. We've seen people wearing their pajamas off the ship the next morning. So don't. Oh, I have. Yes.
Or packing your medicine that you need the next morning. You always want to make sure you have the essential things that you need.
That's where it's good to have
you.
that backpack or a little bag for your carry-on, or not.
It's never a little bag though. It's always a big.
Well, That's that
Backpack.
overpacking mistake you talked about earlier.
Ooh.
Choosing self-assist. Self-assist. That's the other option. If you don't put your bags in the hall, most cruise lines will let you do self-assist, where you just carry off your own luggage. So you keep your luggage in your room till the morning that you get off. But don't do that if you can't carry all your own or push or pull all your own luggage. You have a big problem getting off the ship. Plus, you'll be in the way of me. So don't do that. That's a mistake. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Let's see.
And what was the other one? Not to forget your.
Yes. Don't make sure you have your car keys in your carry-off bag, not the checked. Yes, because that could be a problem if something happens with your bag, and you don't want to have to dig through. Go in your parking lot and dig through your. We've kind of done something like that before.
Yeah.
Have to open up your checked bag in the parking lot and dig through it to find your keys. Or you could do.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Forgetting to pick up your alcohol. What is that called? You're out of the free tax. Duty free tax. What is it called?
Forgetting your duty-free alcohol.
Yeah.
You're supposed to pick that up the last morning of the cruise. Also, sometimes, like we did on Disney, you're supposed to pick up your photos the last day of the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you had something taken away from you when you got on the ship and they didn't throw it out. They said, we'll give it back to you after the cruise. And you're lucky enough that they'll do that. But don't leave without getting it. Otherwise, we'll be throwing it away.
Yeah.
Also, don't leave your key card or your room key, the little your sail and sign card, whatever you call it on whatever cruise line you're on. Don't leave that in your cabin or any other valuables in your cabin when you're leaving for the last time, because you'll need the key card to get off the ship. They swipe that, they scan that. And be sure you check all the drawers and check your safe. Be sure you don't leave anything in the cabin safe.
Here's a tip that I do is I have a list on my phone, and I make a list of everything that I packed and everything that needs to go back with me. So the last day before debarkation, I go through the list to make sure I have everything. So nothing's missed.
So it's not just a packing list, it's also a unpacking or repacking list.
Right.
So that's very good.
Yep.
A couple more mistakes and then we're going to wrap things up for tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You going to read it?
Oh, I didn't know it was mine.
It's blue. Blue is your color, right?
Yes.
What's the next mistake? Spontaneously off the top of your head, Joy.
Planning your flight too early in the day to go home, that is.
You don't want to book a flight to fly out after the cruise that's too soon after you get off the cruise ship or supposed to get off the cruise ship, because if you get delayed getting off the ship, just like what we talked about flying in before the cruise, you might miss your flight.
Or it could be weather and the ship is late coming in.
Yes.
Or because of a disease, they have to stay out.
Or how about what the mistake we made on Carnival Sunshine when we were coming back during Hurricane Dorian? We arrived in Charlotte as Charlotte. We arrived in Charlestown. Journey to Gingers can tell us how to pronounce it. Charlestown, South Carolina, as they were under evacuation order.
Oh, my goodness. And
we arrived there getting off the ship with all that going on. And somebody, I'm not going to say who, but it was me, forgot one piece of luggage, happened to be our camera equipment suitcase, in the terminal. And we were on the road, on the highway headed back to North Carolina, and the roads were closed. The highway was closed going the other direction. And there were squad cars everywhere, keeping people just leaving, being sure everybody's just leaving. And we got a call on the phone saying, "We've got your bag. You want to come back and get it?"
And no, like, I can't.
What? I can't turn around.
But they were nice enough to.
Yes, well, for a nominal fee, they mailed it to us. Yes, and we did get it back. But don't forget your luggage. Last of all, what mistake do you not want to make?
Not planning something to do after your cruise.
Well, or not planning another cruise, so you have something to look forward to. You want to be able to look forward to something when you get off your cruise ship. So have something planned.
Yeah, just because
plan another cruise, plan a Disney.
Yeah, just because the last day of a cruise is the worst day, because you have to go back to real life.
Yes.
Not like life isn't bad or anything, but
Kathleen uses a repacking list too. Bring back some duty-free alcohol. Katie, come on now. What? Hey, did you hear the anecdote about me smashing the alcohol in my suitcase? I got all my clothes drenched.
Oh.
It's good to see you here, Katie. Dale, don't wait until you through Oh, don't wait until you're all the way through customs to call your Uber. Do it early so you're there when you get through customs.
That's
thinking
brilliant.
ahead.
That is brilliant.
Yes. So we are running a little over here, so we're going to wrap things up. For those of you who were able to hang around as we went over a little bit here, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We do want to mention again that next Monday at 7 o'clock again. Yes, 7 o'clock.
Yes.
We're going to have Holly and Andrew on the show. Let's see if I can fix this here so you can see this. Holly and Andrew and Waffles may make an appearance. I don't know if Waffles will be on there, but we're looking forward to having them as our guests next time. And let's see, what else do we have planned? We've got our Port Canaveral episode coming up, a premiere on Sunday at 9 o'clock. So be sure to check that out. And you're still having a chance for our $100 Carnival Cruise giveaway.
Yes.
There's be a chance on the Port Canaveral episode coming up on Sunday at 9 o'clock. I just said that you can enter that, and we'll have a trivia question for you to answer. And you can check out our recent episodes for other chances to enter the $100 Carnival Cruise credit giveaway.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It is exciting.
We're going to be cruising, guys.
Thanks. We appreciate that, MGM. And we appreciate all of you watching.
Give us a thumbs up if you like this video.
You want the thumbs up. Everybody, we want to thank you for watching. We enjoy sharing our mistakes with you. God knows we've had quite a few. Thanks again for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.